This right here. This right here proves what you've been telling me, chat, in the comments, what I've been saying in these videos. This right here proves that we were right about this version of Superman, this vision of Superman by James Gunn, right? It just didn't work. There was something missing. Something very important missing. Masculinity. Look at this article right here. Supergirl reshoots, adding more testosterone. Right? David Cornsweet, Superman, possibly more Lobo. They are desperate to get the boys back in there. Right? They are desperate to get young men back in there because, listen, it's no secret. Right? We dudes, this ain't what we want to see. You know what I mean? In an action movie, in a superhero movie, this ain't what we want to see. This is not the Superman we want to see. Look at this Superman right here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this Superman right here. Look at that costume, that thick-ass costume. Look at that definition. This guy, Cornsweet, did not work out for this role. He's over here looking like Flashpoint Superman. You guys know what I'm talking about? Flashpoint Superman. Let's pull him up real quick. Here he is right here. Here's exactly what I mean by Flashpoint Superman. And you tell me if this is not the Superman we got. Look at him right here. Where is he at? Let me see. I'm trying to, there's a specific picture right here. There he is. Does that not look like Cornsweet Superman? One more time. Look at Cornsweet Superman, right? And now look at Flashpoint Superman. That's what James Gunn gave us. James Gunn gave us Flashpoint Superman. Now, if you guys don't know why this version of Superman here looks like Cornsweet, why he looks a little frail, right? Why he looks like maybe he needs to get on the tee a little bit. Maybe he, it's because basically he was in a red room with just red light. He was deprived of vitamin D. He was deprived of the solar energy that fuels his power. And that's why he looks like Cornsweet. That's why he looks like this. Right? And now these geniuses over at Warner Brothers are like, man, we fucked up. We made a huge mistake. We need some testosterone in these movies. Right? And that's a wild thing to say, isn't it, chat? Isn't that a wild suggestion, a wild idea to pitch as a producer, as a studio? We need more testosterone. When in the history of action movies, of superhero movies, was that even something you needed to figure out? You needed to put that in there. Do you think Sylvester Stallone, when he was making Rocky, when he was making Rambo First Blood, do you think he ever said, man, we just need more testosterone in here? No, that was never. It's a given that you're going to have testosterone in there. It's a given. You're going to have fast cars, big muscles, action scenes, badass shit, hot chicks. It's a given. It's what we want to see, what dudes want to see. It's escapism. Right? Now this right here, this ain't escapism. No, this is a reminder, right? A reflection of society today. And make no mistake about it. This is exactly what these lizards in Hollywood want our young men to be. Testosterone deprived betas. And that's exactly what we got with this version of Superman, right? That's why they weren't interested in this version of Superman. They weren't interested in this, chat. They said, hell no. What do you mean a muscular, badass, stoic Superman like Henry Cavill? What do you mean? No, absolutely not. Look at Henry Cavill in this suit right here. That suit was thin, right? Maybe very little to no padding. Truly filled out this suit, worked out, right? Hit the gym. That's another thing these lizards don't want our young men to do. They don't want us in the gym. No, this is what they want right here. Look at this. I'm looking at these two right here. Physically, they're on par. I mean, sure, Corn Sweat's a little bit higher. My point is, and here's the thing, I don't want to go on a whole tirade just making fun of Corn Sweat here, making fun of his physique. That's not what this is about. This is about the decision by these studios, specifically James Gunn, to give us a beta man. That's what they did. I have no doubt in my mind that Corn Sweat, as a professional actor, would have bulked up for the role if that's what they wanted him to do. But that's not what they wanted him to do. This is not this type of movie, this Superman movie, right? No, in this movie, Superman is not going to save the day. In this movie, Superman is going to get belt to ass, right? We're going to get rid of the testosterone in this Superman movie. And now they're figuring it out that was a huge mistake because once more, look at this, Supergirl reshoots, adding more testosterone to a Supergirl movie. Think about that, right? Think about this. The Superman movie, testosterone wasn't even in the equation. With the Supergirl movie, dude, load up the shots. Supergirl is going to get the testosterone. I'm telling you, these people are insane. Insane. And I am just counting down the days until my boy, Zack Snyder, gets back in there because these are his posts. These are his reminders to you, chat, to the real ones, to the real DC fans as to what is possible when it comes to live action DC content, which is this right here. That's why he's been posting these things. He wants to remind us of what was taken from us. Anyway, chat, let me know what you think down in the comments. Like always, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I really do, right? Because you guys are real ones. You guys are actually out there. You guys are actually out there trying to save the world, trying to do something with your lives. You're not trying to be like this version of Superman. You're not going to be like this. Dude, I'm telling you right now, in this Supergirl movie, I'm telling you, you're going to look at Supergirl, you're going to look at Superman, and you're going to be like, man, Superman's a bum, right? Supergirl is the badass. Superman is a bum. And I'm a huge Supergirl fan. Don't get me wrong. I would much rather get a Power Girl, bro. When is that going to come out? Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments, chat. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.